Okay, I'm gonna finish. Had a survivor. Okay, I'm gonna start where I left off. Philip, looking at him, thought that he wasn't looking very friendly, and that he was looking rather African, in fact, rather savage. Savage was a word which might here, in fact, have a stronger meaning than it generally had. Hikamasa's head was thrust forward. His jaw was set, his hand moved slowly and relentlessly along his leg to his knee, as if with purpose and not a pleasant purpose. And this is quite different, my dear fellow, when you've been out here in Africa, as long as I have, you realize that there is no such thing as a civilized native. The dark centuries of savagery are too deeply rooted in the native character, and although a native may live peaceably and behave to all intent and purposes like a white man, you can never be sure that his heritage will not come out in him one day. And that goes for Africa North, South, East, and West. excuse me. The innuendo in those quotations is that there is a sense in which savagery is distinctly African, which is patently nonsensical. There is something for us to learn from this novelist's character. His grandfather was black. She added tragically, I hate the very thought of that blood that runs in my veins. Although my memories of him are of a noble and kingly person, murdered by Englishmen more savage and cruel than any member of any unfortunate grandfather's tribe. Quite so, said Lucien. There are degrees of savagery, and nobility can sit like a crown upon the brow of a black man as well as upon a white. The color of your skin is not so important as you may believe, my child. Savagery is a thing of the unregenerate human nature and is committed to the degree in which the old Adam holds sway, or the instruments of man's inhumanity to man have been perfected or refined. With whatever weapons are available to each people, savagery is wicked and should be one of the elements to be exterminated. In order that harmony may dwell in the world, no people should be called savages simply because they are technologically backward or because their own ways of reverting to the raw natural state have not yet acquired scientific justification and technological polish. Technological polish. We're going to stop right there. Reading chapter 4. We just got to read chapter 4. The nature of African traditional religion. We read from the book African Traditional Religion, a definition by Dr. E. Eloja Adowu. Oh, too close. going to continue our reading from Dr. John S. M. Beatty, African Religions and Philosophy. We'll continue reading from chapter 15. Chapter 15, specialists, medicine men, rainmakers, kings, and priests. We'll pick up right where we left off. Training in the convent involves a number of things. The neophytes practice the imitation of death and resurrection, take part in sacrifices, have all their hair shaved from time to time, which at the end is gathered and burned, drink from earthen pots, eat communally from one dish according to their sex, and with the left hand, which belongs to the divinity concerned. Strictly refrain from sexual relations and are severely dealt with when they fall into a serious fault. Since the main aim of the training is to create new personalities, the candidates learn a new language, which they will later use in the transaction of their duties as mediums and in greeting other mediums. They each receive a new name by which they will henceforth be known. They wear a common dress, live in a compound of the convent consisting of up to a dozen houses, one of which is the temple of the divinity. The trainees meet on the day sacred to the divinity concerned for common devotional exercises. They also learn rules of eating, drinking, and dressing as mediums. The songs, prayers, and blessings of their cult, dances, and exercises to produce the state of possession or mediumship. They do daily chores of sweeping and cleaning and learn serious skills like weaving, which afterwards become valuable sources of income. In the early part of the training, they receive ritual taboos on the cheeks, neck, and tattoos. They receive ritual tattoos on the cheeks, neck, and shoulders, varying in size and shape according to different divinities, and at least the facial ones become permanent scars. After 7 months, they are occasionally allowed to leave the convent briefly at night, but must not speak to strangers if they meet in it. When the training is over, they are given final instructions by the chief priest concerning their work and conduct, especially not to kill, not to steal, not to deceive, not to be proud, to obey parents and elders, to be discreet, and not to quarrel even if provoked to do so. A great ceremony is held for the coming out of the new devotees from the convent. Friends and relatives come in crowds to witness this ceremony, to give money and clothes, and to receive blessings. It is a costly affair, and the expenses are paid by the families of the devotees. For all practical purposes, the candidates now resume normal life and the practices of their profession, returning to the convents for further training if they so wish, or for refreshing their memories in springtime. I'm going to stop right there. got to read chapter 15. Specialists, medicine men, rainmakers, kings, and priests. I'm reading Dr. John S.M. Beatty's book, African Religions and Philosophy. We're going to continue our reading from the book titled Concepts of God in Africa, written by Dr. John S.M. Beatty. We're reading from chapter 19. Chapter 19. Reading from part 4. Part 4. Number 19. Part 4. Number 19. Part 4 is God and man. And number 19 is worship, intermediaries, and other specialists. Rainmakers are another useful and important category of specialists found in many African societies. On the whole, they exercise their profession in consultation with God through prayer, sacrificing, and trust. Many of them are well versed in the knowledge of the weather, the heavens, the plants, and the insects, whose habits indicate changes in the weather. In some societies, they hold high positions, which are often hereditary. Their duties are mainly to make rain, but they may also stop it when too much is falling. And in some societies, they bless the seeds before planting or the harvest before it is gathered in or used. They may also take part in other religious ceremonies. The best known and studied example comes from the Luvidu, with their famous rain queen. She is the political head of the nation, the symbol of its welfare and prosperity. With the help of other experts, she not only makes rain for her people, but may stop it from falling on the land of her enemies. The Achola rainmaker approaches God in prayer, and the people believe that God sends rain thereafter. The Ben Yoro rainmakers pray to God for help, as do also those of the Berai. The Heya rainmakers are said to make rain without supplicating the sky god, but not against his will. Among the Katai, the rainmakers perform rites involving the living dead, but prayers are directed to God. And when the rain comes, the rainmakers thank their remotest forefathers who presumably are thought to act as intermediaries. The Lubare believe that God gives special mystical power to rainmakers and diviners. They say that rainmakers know the words of God, that is their work. This indicates that rainmakers are thought to be in a special relationship with God, so as to get to know his words and to get power from him. Among the Madai, the rainmaker ceremony is the most important religious rite, and there are at least 45 centuries for this purpose, using a special set of stones believed to have come down from the sky. The rainmaker prays to God for rain. The Moru rainmaking ceremony involves the rainmaker going to the grave of a famous rainmaker, carrying a pot of water with him. When he arrives there, he washes his face with this water and prays to God for rain. A hen is sacrificed its head being cut over the pot. The people believe that the Spirit of God possesses the rainmakers to perform their duties and produce rain. This power of God gives the possessor, a dangerous spiritual status, and rainmakers are consequently feared greatly. They belong to one particular clan, Borai, whose members are said to be possessed by God's power, making them to some degree holy. The Moru believe that God gave the Borai clan this power when he created them. The Nube believe that God appears at times to the rainmakers in dreams, and that he causes the crops to grow when the rainmakers ask him to do so. The people have a sacred cave which only the rainmakers are allowed to enter. At the rainmaker ceremony, the rainmaker pours out a little amount of beer on the ground and invokes God, saying, drink thou first, and give increase to others. Another short prayer says, Our God, who art in the sky, we want thee to bring us water, because we are about to die. A number of rainmakers are said to exist among the Nanda. During a severe drought, a public ceremony for making the rain is held, in which a black sheep is pushed into the river. When it comes out, the old men pray to God for rain. Among the Ndebele, the rainmakers come from one clan, and those who observe the rain-making cult are known as the children of God, or the people of God. They sacrifice black cattle, sheep, or goats, and other black cloth at the cult shrine. When they plead with God for rain, the Shone believe that the Spirit of God possesses the rainmaker, who is also a priest. The people affirm, however, that rain comes from God, which puts the priest rainmaker in the position of simply being the instrument of God. It is reported that the land of the Tonge is well supplied with rainmakers, each of whom has a shrine for the rain cult. These shrines, which are both natural and man-made, are believed to be inhabited by spirits that have the power of interceding with God for rain and other natural needs, like help in epidemics. The rainmaking rite is performed annually, at which occasion the whole community in each region or area assembles around its own shrine. The people first undergo a ritual cleansing from any disrespect that might have been shown towards the shrine. Afterwards, they dance and pray for rain. Other information indicates that there are rainmakers among the Akambe, the Dinge, Giyo, Fajulu, Hereditary, Gande, Galibe, Gisu, Kamashe, Lokaye, Luo, Makaraka, Tuso, Tupose, and others. We have already pointed out that rain is extremely important in African life. Rainmakers have a special duty, both intercessory and psychological. In the literature available to me, I have not seen mention of a single rainmaker who claimed to have absolute power of making rain as such. The rainmakers intercede with God, and the performance of their rites has a secondary and psychological but equally important value of binding together and outwardly expressing the faith of the community in its expectation of rain. The eyes of rainmakers are constantly lifted towards the heavens, observing the clouds and heavenly bodies, and pleading with God. Once they take off their eyes from the heavens, they fail badly in their profession. Okay, they said, once they take off their eyes from the heavens, they fail badly in their profession. I'm going to stop right there. Okay, we're going to finish reading part 4. Part 4, we just got to read part 4, God and Man. Number 19, worship, intermediaries, and other specialists. Been reading from the book titled Concepts of God in Africa, written by Dr. John S. M. B. Before we end today's video, we're gonna go to our Yaruba and Igbo. Okay, we're gonna go to Yaruba. We're on ilanguages.org. Yaruba and Igbo. We're gonna start with the Yaruba. Go to Yaruba grammar. Yaruba grammar and scroll down to where it says to ask questions. What? Kini. How? Bewo. Where? Nabo. Who? Tene. Tena. Why? Natura. Kana. Now go over to ilanguages.org. Igbo. Grammar. Igbo grammar. Scroll down where it says to ask questions. What? Genie or Genie? How? Kidu. Where? Ibi. Who? Oni. Why? Meka Gina. Now let's go over to learn101.org. Yaru. Okay, let's go over here where it says the adjectives. We're on learn101.org. Yaru. Go to adjectives. Where it says adjectives, grammar rules. My house is white. You see where it says noun plus adjective up on the bottom. My house is white. Ali my fun fun. Your country is big. O'Reilly, Ed Ritoba. New books are expensive. A1 Iwi, Tonton my M1. We are happy here. I knew way done Nahinya. She had 3 small dogs. Oh, a robbery, na aja, kikiri, mite. This language is very easy. Idi ya rurun tuto. I have a small greenhouse. Mo na ali alavo iwi kikiri. Now let's go over here to learn101.org Igbo. And go to adjectives. Adjectives. Grammar rule. Adjective grammar rule. My house is white. Igbo. We're in the Igbo now. We're in the Igbo. My house is white. Uno, ulo, nimda otre. Your country is big. Obodo, uno, buru, abu. New books are expensive. Agbuko, ohuru, da, oki, onu. We are happy here. Obada, enya. You too. You so. She had 3 small dogs. Oh, Inwi O in Weary, Obili, and Kite, Ato. This language is very easy. Exusu, Ada, Exigbo, Infi. I have a small green house. E in Weary, and Obili, Ono, Ochendu. We're gonna get ready to end today's video, and had a slight little, little interruption there. Nothing, no big deal, anything like that. But get ready to end today's video. Again, thank all my family, my support, people continue to encourage and support. And until my next video, you take care of yourself with each and every one of your very best.